Good. Good. That was amazing.
He wants to come check out the new thing, and then Josh is saying, no, it's mine.
Good. The first stem, he started to recall to me, and then I just told him to go. Great response. Smart dog. See how clear I'm being with my body? It won't be this way at the end of training. I have to really over-explain for the dog in the beginning. Right now, I'm really showing. Good. Stay. So I'm claiming. This is a ritual. This is one of the few rituals that, probably many rituals that dogs do to establish dominance. It's a very clear one. That's why I chose. It's also a very dangerous one. Because if the dog's aggressive and they get a hold of the other dog and they start a fight, Good. That's my baby girl. That's my baby girl. She knows what she's doing too, basically. Good. I'm just being clear with him. Good. So we're simulating reality. That's what I'm doing, right? He thinks, I really don't want him to come near her because as valuable as he thinks she is, he assumes that I think she is now. So that's going to transfer. Anything that he sees valuable, that he wants to check out, he's going to assume I do too in the future, and he's going to let me go at it first, which means he's going to stop barking. The funny thing is that sounds like nothing, but it means he's going to stop barking at everything. Not necessarily even correcting the barking, although we can do that. It's just a position, right? If I say don't bark, he won't bark. If he actually sees me as leader. I know it sounds crazy, right? I mean, somebody who doesn't have control of the dog, like that's not a real thing, right? But that's what we make our bread and butter on is teaching these dogs to be followers. Good. Okay.
Good boy, Lou.
Mm-hmm. She did the perfect thing. As soon as she started sniffing him. See, now he's letting me. This is what he would do if he lets another dog sniff. But she started the conversation. So she came over, she started sniffing. He started getting tense. I told her to go. I took her position. So he's gonna either treat me like the other dog, right? See, it's so funny. They started to assume that I'm doing what the other dogs are doing, which is if you let me sniff you and go anywhere like this, we're either super close, like we've been tight since birth, or a long time, or I'm submitting to you, and that's what's happening here. It looks funky and it's very dangerous, but it's this is how they live. This is what they do. As soon as they meet, they want to do this, right? And that's where the fight happens, right there. Typically, it's right there. Dog will come in, the other dog will say, "Get out of there," and then they both want it, and there you go. It's one of the rituals where if you let me sniff you, we can avoid confrontation, but you're also saying that I can have that steak first. And if you let me hump you, this is why they hump, even if it's the same sex. If you let me hump you, we don't have to fight, and you just agreed that I can have the steak first. You know what I mean? Is there ways out of confrontation to establish the hierarchy without killing each other, right? But if you fight, and then I want it bad enough and I fight, now we're choosing fight to determine it, okay? So he has to learn the skill of submission, right? Which is, this is the beginning process. I'm kind of holding his hand and teaching him it. But in a few minutes, Riggins is coming down, a dog who cares about hierarchy, and Riggins is he's going to have to allow Riggins to be dominant here, right? What I mean by that is allow Riggins to have first access, which means he's allowed to sniff you, and he's allowed to have all these toys, and you don't challenge him on it. And he'll tell me if he agrees with that or not with this meeting, right? It's just how it goes. Very good. He's never been in this position before. I can see good.
No, he's been on the opposite end of the spectrum.
He's been on the opposite end. But this is where bites happen. I've seen him think about biting Izzy. I already seen it.
I mean, where they're bred to nip. They're bred to use their teeth.
I'm going to help him here. I'm going to show him that I can help him. A lot of these dogs end up policing social too. He's probably doing some form of policing in those situations that, because the dog also running out, it might could just be the herding thing too.
Yeah.
The dog's running to the door and that triggers him to do this behavior.
Similar to corgis.
It's very interesting.
Corgis are also healers.
They love it so much they're finding reasons to put it in the day-to-day.
Yeah.
They're just like, this expression is what I'm here to do.
I can't herd the cows, I'm going to herd the
something
dogs.
that triggers it in my brain, and I will do that every day. I want him to start seeing plenty of times where I'm telling dogs to stay away from him. That's also my job as leader is, if he looks uncomfortable, I got your back, dude. You can always come to me and I won't let anybody come near you. And that'll make him feel comfortable to go out and explore, be social, and then come back to me and say, I need a little break from that. Okay, I'll go back out. And then that'll teach him to be social. Okay? So what happens is it's like a pressure cooker, right? Well, in the beginning, it's already on high, and a dog comes over and they just explode. But through the process, we get them to tolerate it a little bit more, but as they tolerate the social, they might start to feel, it's too much, it's too much, it's too much. And instead of exploding or just sitting there and not knowing what to do, I give them the alternative behavior to find their handler, and the handler knows to keep everybody away. And it just seems to work. The dogs end up being very happy with that. Okay? All right. Rig. This is where it could really get real. Because it's a male dog who cares about dominance. I'm going to keep him away at first. Right here. Nada. I'm going to stay. Rig here. No. That's right. Good. That's perfect. If the dog's not dangerous, he's allowed to run up on them immediately. But I don't want him to do it with this dog. Get some of this fur. Stay. I dealt with him when he came in the room. I have the scent. I'm bringing the scent to the dog, right? Because I go into it. See, he likes it. These dogs that are concerned about hierarchy, they want you to, I don't do this forever. This is just the stepping stones to talk their language, to get them on my page, to be able to explain to them these basic concepts, and then move it right out into the human world where we got a command associated with it all. But we're doing these rituals. I'm stepping in and mediating the ritual, because it would be a mess if I let these two do it. He would come right, without me here, he's gonna dominate him. He's not gonna want it.
Bloodbath.
It's gonna be a fight until somebody gives up, that's what I'll tell you. Okay? And some of these dog brains don't turn off to pain. So they can be getting fucked up and they just go until they physically can't. Other dogs, they'll take a few good ones and they'll submit and scurry off. We don't know who's who until the situation, it's hard to tell until you see those eyes change when they're in the situation. And you're like, oh, he's one of those, it's not gonna stop. Not saying that he is. Good. See, I'm getting all sorts of trust here. Alright, this is where we make them more comfortable and let them go outside for the first engagement so there's more space. Great.
Just scratch protective.
Alright, let's go Sparky out. Hi Sparky. How are you? Hi. How are you?
He wants to go sniff Riggins. He sees Riggins is distracted, so he says, oh, here's my opportunity.
You see it all there, right? You see it in the face?
Yep. Oh my god, you know what his face reminds me of? Boulder.
Oh yeah. Boulder's got some of that in there, right? But this is where he's like, is this a dog or is this a squirrel? This is good. Good boy. Very nice. Very good. Nice boy. That was nice. She is funky. That's why she's good at this job. She's a little more unpredictable. Good boy. That's what I call a good boy. See? Riggins naturally won't let him sniff unless I make him. Because that's how he keeps his position. So this is great. So he's got humans that are stepping in that are trying to say follow me, and he's got dogs. Clearly that dog's setting boundaries that I can just see that he can tell that Riggins is, a real dog. He's a big guy. He's looking for the conversation. He's questioning his ability to take him. I mean, you can see it. And so it's good. It's getting him in real life. And we can start there. See, look, Regan's love this. He's like, I'm dominant. I'm having it.
I can move around at free will.
Uh-huh.
Anyone. I can sniff anyone.
Some dogs you bring out here and Regan's just like, no, that dog is definitely above me. And you'll see him not do all that.
Yeah.
It's very
Get me
interesting.
outta here.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh boy, now we got ourselves, you know, the real deal here.
So we're actually getting the housemate in a couple weeks.
Good. This is looking excellent, homie. You looking excellent. You look good. She's funky. I know. See, you can see. See, they like that you. They like when you can control the other dogs. They like that. He's feeling better.
Yeah, look at the tail.
Yeah, it was tucked when I first met him.
False confidence.
Yeah, for sure. The definition of it right there, baby. Good. You're good. I've seen a big shift already. He's looking at me for guidance. It's perfect. Good. Beautiful dogs.
They really are.
Good. He's getting his chances naturally. So look, he's respecting the boundary, and then he lets Regan sniff, and that's huge. That's so big. Wow. What a boy there. And so we let him know. That little exchange there was amazing. He did his thing. He sniffed. He knew it was going to get to the
He's
point
gonna
where...
go mark over where Regan's just peeing.
Yeah.
Look.
Good.
Classic. Or maybe he won't.
Let's see what he does. This is interesting. Oh,
He's gonna mark.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is interesting.
Will he or won't he?
Oh, this is where it all will tell.
No, he's gonna walk away.
That's where you start to see it. That's good news. But then again, he might be walking from her because he feels awkward.
She interrupted it.